Hello, good morning. This is Robin with Uniquely Robins. We're going to work on our book cover, finish it up. I've cut a piece already, pre-cut, to put here in the middle of the spine, because we want to reinforce that spine for when we put the holes in it to sew our signature in. So we're going to start with that. I've just cut a piece that will fit in there, but it won't go over to the creases. I'm just gonna get it wet. You have to excuse me a little bit today. I've not been feeling very well last night and today. I think it's the weather. Okay, and we're just gonna put that down as evenly as possible without getting in those creases. I mean, you don't have to do this, but it just gives it, I feel, a little bit more stability, especially when you're going to be putting holes in it to put your signatures in. So I always like to give it a little extra. Clean up any mess we made. Okay, and now I've pre-cut some pieces for the inside. I didn't have a whole lot of Christmas paper. I figure I'll make this for my daughter and her kids, so it won't really. They like the fun colors. And then we're going to put a pocket right here. So in our pocket, we want to kind of try to find the middle, because we're going to put a little thumb hole there. Now you can use a round punch if you have one, or the only one I have is this, I think it's a balloon. It was on sale, so I got it. And if you use just the very tip, it works pretty good. So we're going to put those in there like this. A lot of times I will sew these on, but as I said, since it's for my daughter and her kids, they really like it this way. So, okay, so we're gonna glue this down. I bought a pack of paper from Amazon that was different seasons, and that's what this was in, and it's Doodlebug, I think is what it's called. It's from Doodlebug, which is really pretty paper. Some of it has, there's 3 or 4 pages in there that have glitter on it, and I got glitter everywhere yesterday. That stuff just is relentless, isn't it? Okay. Burnish that down real good. We want nothing falling off. Okay, and we'll get our pocket. Oh, there it is. And on the pocket, we're just going to go down the sides, of course, and across the bottom. So we have a little pocket or a little tuck spot to put some stuff in. And make sure that you don't put it into your crease, because you still want to be able to open your book. I got a little blue crazy there, didn't I? Okay. Okay. And we'll decorate that up too, but the little pocket there. Now on the front side, I got the same paper. If there's anything special you guys want to see, or anything in particular, let me know. If I know how to do it, I'll show you, and if I don't, I'll figure it out or find somebody who does. Alright. This one, we're going to put this way a little more, because our pocket's going to be on the other side. And again, make sure your book still opens as even and level as you can. Try to make sure the edges, especially in those corners, are down good. And burnish that on. Now, the pocket on this side, I made a triangular pocket. Now, you can still put the little punch in there if you like. Some people like that. Sometimes I think it looks a little more finished that way. Oops, that went down too far. Okay. And it does make it easier if you have something that goes way in to be able to pull it out. So it is a good thing sometimes. Yes. And my little rag. Sorry, I bumped you. There we go. Some glue on the wrong side there. Try to get it as even as you can. And if you mess up just a little bit on the edges, you know, we can always decorate it later and cover some of those flaws up. So that's not a huge deal. I always try to make it best I can, but sometimes life happens and you make a mistake. Okay. Now, I had a piece for the spine, but I don't think it really needs it, other than if you want the pages to match. But you're really not going to see that much because of the signatures will be sewed in there. So let's work on the front. Okay, in that pack of paper, I had it here to show you. Yeah, it is Doodlebug. It's from Doodlebug, and I got it from Amazon, and it's a good size pack, and there's different stuff in there. Okay. So, this is going to be our front. And then this will be our back. And like I said, I don't have a lot of Christmas paper right now. I haven't gotten out to get any, so we're going to do what we got. Now, you'll notice that this one is a little shorter than this one, so it's not going to go clear to the seam, but we're going to fix that because we're going to put our spine to where it matches up and goes across both of them. So it'll look nice when it's done. This paper is kind of like velvety. It's textured and velvety. It's kind of pretty. I kind of like it. And we're going to glue this down. And like I had told you yesterday, I don't really measure a lot. I probably should, but I don't. So I'll show you a little trick that I do to figure out where I want my paper to be. And this, I'm gonna have to burnish this down. With it being velvet, it's not gonna be easy without messing it all up, but we're gonna do it. Especially those edges and corners. Oops. Shoot the glue out. Okay. Okay. So let me get another, just a plain piece of paper here. I just hold it up to where I want it so I know what kind of border that I want around it, how big of a border I want. And I just take my pencil, I find my crease, and I just mark it like that. And that'll give us the width that we want. And then I'll go down here and mark it right here, which will give me the height I want. And then I use my two little marks to cut it out. It saves a lot more time, I think. In this day and age, we have a lot of time, but not always. Don't know what's going on with all this stuff in the world today. All this uncertainty is not good for anybody, is it? I hope you guys are all doing good and your families are all well. I sent my grandson home from school last week because somebody in the class had COVID, and we're just thankful that they're better and that the rest of the kids didn't get it. It's hard to know whether you should send your kids or not anymore. Alright, we're going to burnish this down. And I know right now this looks kind of weird that the one side is smaller than the other, but trust me, once we get it all on there, it's going to look great. Okay. Make sure I cut that right, because sometimes I will cut a piece and go back to put it, yeah, Doodlebug Designs, that's what it's called. They do have some really cute paper. I'm just not real wild about the glitter paper because that stuff gets everywhere. And I tried to get it washed off my desk last night and it was just going everywhere. So we're going to want to make sure we covered this back part enough to line that up. And this paper is white, and I don't know how easy it is for you to see. We may have to put extra glue on this with it being that velvet like that. But it's white paper, for kind of a cream color, but it has little velvety circles like on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it feels nice. You know, my daughter says some of her books she gets out just to feel. I made her one out of fur, and she just likes to feel it. So she'll like to feel this one. All right, now we're going to find where our seams are, and I'm going to burnish up through there just to make sure the paper will give in that spot. There's another one. I really wish I could find my other burnisher because it works so much better than this one. Now this is going to come loose, but don't worry, we'll fix it. I think that side needs more glue anyway. It definitely does. I wasn't realizing that this paper was going to take a lot of glue. But we want to make sure we can still fold it too, so. Okay. And you're going to want to let this dry a little bit before you try to bend it too awful much, or it's just going to keep pulling back off of there. But we want to make sure our creases are nice and not wrinkly like that side got. So we're going to play with it a little bit and it'll rub back out. See in there, and you got a nice good seam there. And then just let that dry. And if you guys want to work on this part up until here and over the weekend, and then Monday we'll do a coffee and crafting and have us a cup of coffee and decorate them up and make them all pretty. If you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'm just going to set that there and let it dry. Thank you for joining me, and I really, really appreciate you guys being here. Oh, and always close up your glue, because this glue will dry out pretty fast, and I have a bad habit of forgetting to put the pin back in it. All right, well, again, thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.